I'm not sure what happened, but I'm not gonna start over. We were almost 30 minutes into that video as it was, so we're just gonna pick up so you can just pick this video up and start with us. I'm not sure why it cut off. That is one of our technical difficulties with doing these videos from iPad or phone. It just can be very, very challenging. Can be very, very frustrating, but just counting it all joy today. All right, so you're gonna grab your strap, you're gonna grab your, whatever it is, rope, belt, whatever it is that you have. So we're gonna lengthen it up. So you don't want slack in your strap like this, okay? You want it pulled tight. And what we're gonna do is take this behind our back, and as you start to take it back, you're gonna let some slack out, but you're gonna keep tension. You don't ever want slack in your strap. And so we're gonna take it, and you see my arms are widening, but it's keeping tension, so it's gonna help stretch my shoulders and bringing that down to the booty, nice and slow. What you don't want to do is twist in the shoulders as you bring it up or take it back. So as I bring it up, I don't want to twist in the shoulders to make that happen. I want to keep both of my shoulders squared up and bringing that back down to the lap. So choke up on it again and start all over, because the shoulders are opening, so you're going to get a little bit more mobile and you won't need as much strap. So exhale back. Try not to bend the elbows. Touch that booty with that strap and bring it up and bringing that back down to your lap. And choke up on the strap one more time. Let's do it again. Don't twist in those shoulders. Don't go fast, because if you go fast, you're going to let too much slack out. That is such a nice shoulder opener. And bringing that back up and down, and just roll the shoulders back and forth. All right, so you don't need quite as much strap. So just kind of choke up on it a little bit. Arms up here, and keeping the booty down in the seat, tip it to the right. Feeling the nice good stretch on the left side, a little bit of a crunch on the right side. Inhale up and exhale to the left. Inhale up, exhale to the right, keeping the ears right between the arms, keeping the booty down in the chair. You're really working core. Inhale up and exhale over. Inhale up, exhale over. Inhale up, exhale over, so working core and shoulders. Inhale up, exhale over. One more time. Inhale up, exhale over. And inhale up, bring that down, rolling the shoulders back and forth. All right, getting rid of that. All right, so we're gonna go through our flow. You might have a block handy in case you need it. So if you ever feel like you're gonna tip out of your chair, bring something underneath your feet, okay? So if your chair base is too high, bring your feet up. Now you don't want your knees up here like this to you. You want your thighs pretty parallel to the floor. So if you feel like that chair, like you're leaning too far forward and you're gonna fall out of it when you lean over, then place something underneath your feet. All right, so feet are hip width apart, mountain pose. So arms are right next to those hips, so they're not behind you, they're not in front of you, they're right beside the hips, palms are facing forward, fingers are plugging down into the floor. Lift those toes so that you can feel all the bones of your feet on the floor. We don't want to be on the outside edge of our feet and our knees tipped open. We want the knees parallel to one another, and we want the bones of the feet down. So if you lift your toes, you'll feel the bones of your feet press down, and then if you want, you can rest them down or keep them lifted. Chest is lifted. Now tip your pubic bone forward. So normally when we're sitting here, we have this arch in our spine and our booty's pulling up. But when we pull the pelvis in, we bring that spine into alignment, nice straight back. So booty up, pelvis tucked in, okay? So that's the difference. And when you do, your body's gonna feel lightweight on the chair. So tip your pelvis up, feel that core engage, feel those thighs engage and the booty engage. Inhale, fan those arms up. Exhale, fan down with a nice flat back, hinging in those hips, and hang. Inhaling half lift, nice flat back. Exhaling forward fold. Good strong back inhale all the way up. Exhaling, namaste. One more time, mountain pose. Tip that pelvis up, feel the body lightweight on the chair. Inhale, fan up. Exhale, forward fold, hinging in those hips with a nice flat back, and forward fold. Inhaling half lift, nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold, use those back muscles. Inhale all the way up. Exhaling, namaste. Turning to the right on your chair. Setting up our warrior stance. So slide that front leg all the way back to your chair. So you want the crease of the back of the knee touching that chair. So sometimes our leg is angled. When we look down, we can see our ankle bone right here. We want to shimmy that foot right underneath our knee. So when you look down at your knee, you can only see your toes. You don't want to see your ankle at all. So that means that that foot is right underneath that ankle. This leg back here, back as far as you can. This may not be accessible to you. You may not have that openness in your hips, or it might be torquing your knee too much. Slide it out to the side, out to the front, and start there, okay? And then as that starts to open, slide it back until you see that ankle and that arch in line with one another, okay? Now we're gonna turn the hips toward that knee. Lengthen that back leg, push that foot deep into the mat. Push from the front of the chair, lifting the chest, and exhale, sweep those arms up, warrior one. And then if you can, push up with that front foot, lift the thigh. Just activating that is working. Even if the thigh doesn't lift up off the chair, you're still activating those muscles and strengthening those thigh muscles, which is what propels those legs around and keeps you walking. Exhale, open up warrior two. So if you were down and you want to try to lift from here, sometimes one pose you might be able to lift on and the other ones you might not be able to. And exhale, reverse warrior. Front hand tipping to the back. Soften that back shoulder, take a breath. You see how my arms bend? Let's exhale, let's make that arm straight. Back into warrior two. Sweep up into warrior one. Bring that down and bring those legs back to the front for mountain pose. Roll the shoulders back and down. Tipping those, you can have the feet together or hip width apart. Tip the pelvis up, inhale, fan up. Exhale, fan down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Good, strong back, inhaling all the way up. Exhaling, namaste. And turning to the left, same thing. Let's set our feet up. So slide that knee all the way back to the chair. My ankle bone is sticking out, so let's wiggle it right underneath the knee so you only see the toes. Check your placement with your leg. If you have the openness in your hips and your knee feels okay, line up that arch with this heel. Turning the hips now toward the front of the chair. Now, if that feels too intense for you, then adjust those legs. You might want to slide this leg over to the side. Chest up, and then sweep those arms up. Now from here, if you want, press through the front foot, lifting the thigh. If not, just work the engagement. Just try. Don't worry about actually coming up off the chair. Just push through the front foot, core will engage, thighs will engage. Exhale, open up warrior two. If you were on that chair, press up, try to activate. And exhale, reverse warrior. Front hand tips to the back. Soften the back shoulder. We have that arch in our arm. Take a breath and exhale. Let's lengthen it nice and straight. Windmill, open up warrior two. Sweep up warrior one. And bringing that that down, taking it to the front. Mountain pose. Inhale, fan up. Exhale, fan down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, and sweep that up, chair pose. So, ears between the arms, eyes are looking down and out. Tip your pelvis forward. And forward fold. Good, strong back inhale all the way up. Exhaling, namaste. All right, so we're gonna do bird dog pose today. So, wherever the back of your chair is, you want the opposite knee down. So, if your hand right now is, if your left hand is on the back of the chair, we don't want your left knee down, we want your right knee down. So opposite hand, opposite knee. If your chair is hard and you need to pad it up, just place a blanket or something there to pad up that shin. So, left hand, right knee, or right hand, left knee. So we want to center that shin on the chair, and I have my right hand down at the base of the chair, okay? So let's exhale, lift that leg up. And then if you want, extend the arm out to the side or out to the front. So this is really working your core. If you don't want to extend the arm out, you're just going to keep it down on the chair and lift the leg. The heel goes up. We don't want to point the toes and turn the heel out. The leg, the heel just lifts straight up. Bringing that foot down, keep the hand on the chair, and then exhale, twist open. If you don't want to release the hand off of the chair, keep the hand on the chair and just pull the shoulder open. And bringing that down, hands to the base of the chair, step it back, sink it back, child's pose. Rock the shoulders side to side. And switching sides. Opposite arm, opposite leg. So remember, the hip bone stays squared up toward the mat. Opposite hand, or hand is on the base of the chair. The other hand is at the back of the chair. Lift the heel straight up. And then if you want, you can, oh wait, yeah, lengthen that. Was like, that doesn't feel secure. Opposite arm, opposite leg. You can lengthen it out or lengthen it to the front. And bringing the hand down, foot down. So the hand stays at the base of the chair, sweeping it right up the arm in front of the chest and twisting open. Or you can keep the hand on the back of the chair and twist open in the shoulders. One more breath here. And bring that hand down, step it back. Child's pose. Okay, we're going to do some wall exercises before we finish up here. We're going to do chaturangas. So we do chaturangas in my classes. I'm a vinyasa yoga teacher, and that's what I teach, and a chaturanga is in a vinyasa. So a chaturanga is like a military push-up. So it's this motion right here, okay? Not like this. The elbows are never away from the body in a chaturanga. So you should always feel the sides of your arms up against your ribs, your side body. They should brush against. That's a chaturanga. If there's no touching, then you need to pin the elbows in a little bit tighter, okay? So we're going to do it from the wall. So we're going to extend the arms here, not up here, not down here, straight out of the shoulder sockets. The elbows are going to bend straight And we don't want your body to sink and do this. This is a no-no. This is weak core. We want to keep the core tight. So you tuck the pelvis up toward the heart, so pull in and tuck in. Hands are nice and firm like this, and then you're going to bring it back right here to where those pin right next to your ribs, and then you're gonna press back away, okay? So your body's gonna be at a little bit of an angle. You're not gonna be straight up, but you're not gonna be way at an angle either. So, hands right straight out of the shoulder sockets. Watch, tuck your pelvis in. My elbows are gonna scrape my ribs, and then pressing back out. Scrape the ribs, and pressing back out. Scrape the ribs, and pressing back out. Now your heels might lift, that just is an ankle mobility. I don't have very good ankle mobility, so my heels lift up when I do that, but my knees don't bend. I keep that tuck, and I'm working this right here. The hands are coming back to the chest, not up here. Because if you do it up here, the elbows have to pull out. So you keep it down here, the elbows can stay in. Let's do that one more time. Tuck, pull the pelvis up toward the heart. Exhale, keep that tuck, and then pressing back out. Exhale, tuck, and press back out. One more time. No flaring elbows, and back out. Now we're going to do up dog from the wall. So up dog is, we're going to lower chaturanga, keep that tuck, then let your belly cave and push from the wall and get a nice good stretch. So tuck, bring it in, let the belly cave toward the wall, soften, and keep that arch in the spine, and then just push from the wall. This is your up dog. Taking a step back, down dog. Bring it back up, take a step in. Chaturanga, keep the tuck. Let the belly drop into the wall, tip the head back, and press from the hands, up dog. Hinge in the hips, take a step back, drop the chest through, down dog. One more time, take a step up. Chaturanga, tuck in, lower to the wall. Let the belly fall to the wall, tip the head back, pressing from those hands, up dog, stepping back, down dog. And bring that up. Woo, that was an arm workout. So I'm going to show you what that looks like from a chair. So we can do, so we've already done the vinyasa. Sun salutation from the chair from the front. We did our warrior series. I'm going to show you how to, so those three moves that we just did on the wall is a vinyasa. So it's a chaturanga, the military push-up thing, chaturanga, up dog, where you're arching up, and then down dog, okay? So, we're going to do this from the chair. I'm going to walk you through a whole sun salutation. So mountain pose. So you're standing, your feet are not underneath the chair, just right here is good. Arms are right beside you, not back here. Body's nice and straight. Inhale, fan that up. Exhale, fan down, and you can bring the hands to the chair and drop your forehead to the chair, or you can let the hands go to the floor if you want. Inhale, half lift. If the hands are to the floor, you can do this, or hands to the chair, half lift. It's a flat back. See how flat the back is? So you should be able to hold a tray on it, flat back. Exhaling, forward fold. Step it back, plank. elbows to the back wall. Just a tiny, tiny bend in the elbows. Tiny bend. That would be your chaturanga, so we're not doing a deep chaturanga here. Let the belly flow through. You can even untuck the toes if you want. It's kind of hard on the toes. Letting the chest pull through. This is your up dog. And then booty pulls up for your down dog. Center the left foot, and all that means is just slide it toward your right foot. Sweep the right leg up. Bend that knee, bring it to the front. Step it to the front, hanging forward fold. Good strong back inhale all the way up. Exhaling, namaste. So that was a full sun salutation. We're going to do the other side. Inhale all the way up. Exhaling, forward fold. Either hands to the chair, forehead to the chair, hands to the floor. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step it back, plank. Remember the tuck. Pull the pelvis, so we don't want sagging bellies like this. We want to tuck up. Tiny bend in the elbows. They're scraping your ribs. Pull the chest through into that up dog. Booty comes up, down dog. Slide your right foot over towards your left. Sweep your left leg up. And bend that knee, bring it to the front. Step it to the front. Hanging forward fold. Good strong back, inhaling all the way up. Exhaling, namaste. And let's bring that back center and settle into our Shavasana. So, you've experienced a sun salutation, both from the chair and both from standing and from the wall. So you've got some variations, and so it's 3 different ways and still not on the floor. So I'm just going to click that very first song again for our Shavasana song, if that's what you want to do. This bolster is kind of long, and I like it because then I can just let my arms fall out. They're a little wider than my legs, and then I can just rest. You don't have to if you don't want to. You can just let them rest on your arms. If you have a pillow, you can just kind of put the pillow in front and just let your arms kind of drape. It's just kind of nice. If you want to get on the floor and do Shavasana from the floor, get on the floor. We're just going to take a few breaths here. So the booty slides all the way to the back. Your back is nice and straight, and then you just sink down and rest into it. So relax the toes and the ankles. Soften the calves and the knees. Relax the thighs. Unclench the booty. Relax the belly. Fingers and wrists are loose. Elbows soft. Biceps and triceps relaxed. Take a breath in. And exhale. Sink the chest and shoulders down. Soften all your facial muscles. Softly close the lips, let the teeth separate, let the jaw fall back. Softly close the eyes, let the eyeballs sink back into those sockets, relaxing the forehead, relaxing the eyebrows. Keep the breath nice and steady. Just take this time to enjoy the rest, the peacefulness, the quiet, the downtime. Draw it all together. Give it a nice, good stretch. Yeah, bringing that up center, exhaling all the air out. Big inhale, both nostrils. And a big exhale. I hope you have a great day today. Sorry about all of the technical difficulties.